fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 144 of the Best Blessed Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and today's topic is Marry Me Sausage or Orzo Soup. Before we get started, I want to thank you all for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, share, like, subscribe, ring that bell, and please pass them on to anyone you think they would help. With that being said, here's our list of things to do today. We're going to go over the daily compliments for the last couple weeks. And then we're going to talk about rain and your mood and how it has been raining and gray and for the last few, decades. It feels like. Anyway, and then we're making a sausage orzo soup. Yummo. I'm really excited. It's going to be delicious. All right, so first we're going to go over the daily compliments. So we're starting with the 21st. Talking to you always puts me in a good mood. The 22nd, there's nobody like you. You are truly a gem. The 23rd, you radiate from head to toe. The 24th, your ideas will change the world one day. The 25th, you are the most thoughtful person. 26th, you are my hero. 27th, your laugh is my favorite sound. 28th, I'm your biggest fan. 29th, you make me feel safe. 30th, you are exactly my kind of weird. 31st, you are basically my superhero. 1st, you never cease to amaze me. Please never stop being you was the 2nd. And for today, you make the world more interesting. I just whipped right through those bad boys like that. Okay, so the recipe today, I'm going to put the link in the description for this episode, and I'm just going to read you the ingredients, and then I'm going to walk you through the steps. Reminder, everything I make for you, I make for the very first time, ever, most of the time. And I have shared a couple recipes that I use pretty consistently. But other than that, okay, so actually this is called Marry Me. That's what it is. Sausage orzo soup. And it's 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 pound of Italian sausage, 1 small onion diced, 2 cloves minced garlic, 1 large carrot diced, 2 celery ribs diced, 1 can diced tomatoes, not drained, and then 1 teaspoon dried oregano, 1 teaspoon dried basil, a half a teaspoon red pepper flake, and 4 cups chicken broth, 1 cup orzo, 2 cups fresh spinach, and I'm going to have a substitute for that, and some salt and pepper, and then fresh parm on the top when you serve it. Okay, so my substitute for the spinach, because we're not big cooked spinach fans at least, I'm replacing it with zucchini. So it should be absolutely delicious. And I have already got this recipe started over here. I have the oil in the pan as well as the Italian sausage, and I'm using mild, I believe. So I did add the red pepper flake to my little seasoning packet, so to speak. And I also did, I knew I was going to forget already. I think I did a half a teaspoon of just regular garlic powder. I do have the minced garlic, but I like to use the powder just because it adds a different level of flavor. I know I've mentioned that to you guys before, but so I have this on medium, and that's what they say to do. And we're going to cook it until it's brown and that it's all broken apart. And hopefully that will happen shortly. So far, all my ingredients combined are probably maybe $5 or $6 total, because the Italian sausage I got on clearance at Target, I believe, a while back for $2. And then my can of tomatoes is maybe 85 cents. I'm using 2 ribs of celery and some carrot, an onion. The orzo is probably the most expensive part of this whole meal. So there you go. We're going to serve it also, just to add even more vegetables, we're going to serve it with a nice salad. Or somebody can have, if they want to be a little devious, maybe a grilled cheese. And you want to use kind of a higher pot because there is 4 cups of chicken stock that goes in here. So we want to make sure that we are, leaving room for all that good stuff. And it's starting to get cooking up in here. Now this was a bulk sausage. Obviously you can use the links and just, cut it out, cut off the skin. But I happen to have this, so I'm like, this soup looks really delicious. Obviously you can replace whatever you want in here that you don't particularly care for, She suggests as a substitute for the spinach you can use kale, or there's another one, I can't think of which. It was another like leafy, but I am not a wilted lettuce type of person. As I've grown older, the textures in my mouth really bother me. If there's I have stopped putting lettuce on most of my hot sandwiches. I still have it on my Chipotle though. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna brown this up. While I'm standing here cooking, I figure I could talk to you about the weather and your mood. I mean, I picked specifically rain because that's just what we've been having for the last, it feels like, month. I know we had sun not that long ago, but it felt cold that day. So even with the sun, I feel I do get seasonal affective disorder or whatever. Is the D disorder? I think it's disorder. Anyway, wow, this is loud. But when it's consistently raining, when we lived in California back in 94, like 94, 95, there was, we lived in Northern California, so in the winter, you didn't necessarily get snow, obviously. We got more of a climate change than the southern half of the state, but a lot of times we would just get rain after rain after rain. And this was a year that it torrentially downpoured for, it was pretty much 2 weeks straight. And at the time I had this little Ford Escort that I don't know how I made it to work, but I did. And yeah, it's just something that'll always stick in my head, because I remember some people that tried to get out of coming to work because they'd say, oh, I can't get my car there. I'm like, dude, you have a truck. Come on. Get your booty here. All right. We're almost brown, guys. That didn't take long at all. Now, we are supposed to drain this, so I need to get my colander out. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to just drain this real quick like. I mean, I didn't want to cook it too much because, I'm going to be sitting in soup. And then I am going to take a paper towel just to take advantage of getting rid of some of the excess fat that I don't really need. Although I probably should leave it because I am doing vegetables and I need that to cook the vegetables. So it obviously does, because it doesn't say. It just says drain. So I guess I'm going to be putting this back in right now. That's where the added. Grab this. So I don't get. Oh, that was horrible. Sorry, guys. Peyton is not going to appreciate that sound later. Okay. So now the next thing we get to add is the onion the garlic, the carrot, the celery, and that's just about, we're going to saute those for about 5 minutes. So get this turned back on. Okay. So here's my carrots and celery. Okay, and then I have my small onion here. It was nice because we had hot dogs, so we already had the onion cut for that one. Yahoo! And then the garlic. Onion, garlic, carrot, celery. Yep, that's it. For about 5 minutes. All right. Didn't say anything about turning the temperature down now that we've added the vegetables, so I'm still, well, I'm a little lower than I was before. I'm about, you know, smack dab in the middle. All right, and I'm still kind of breaking my sausage apart because I feel like these chunks are still quite a bit bigger than I would like in a mouthful of soup. So, but I'll tell you what, it smells amazing. Okay, when do I add the seasoning? Add tomatoes with the juice, oregano, basil, and red pepper flake. Okay, and then pour in the chicken stock. Okay, so I'm going to be done with this in a matter of like minutes, and then I'm just going to let it sit on the stove until we're ready to eat it. I was going to make a slow cooker version of this, but I'm just like, you know what? Soup is something that can just be, I feel like, especially when you're using like a ground meat where you're not like overcooking like chicken pieces or something, that you can kind of just let it hover, you know, and stay cooking just so it like marinates and gets, you know, even saucier and juicier and deliciouser. Because this is already smelling wonderful. I'm a soup gal. I like soup and a good sandwich or soup and salad. I've gone to many a restaurant and ordered something like that. So making homemade soups isn't as hard or as complex as I originally had, I don't know, made it out to seem, I guess. I do believe I did my 7-can soup on here before, but it's a taco soup. It's really delicious. I might do it again just to, you know, update it a little bit. Okay, so our veggies aren't quite soft enough yet. And the other thing I'm going to tell you about what I do with soup with pasta in them is I'm not big on like letting it cook in there for long periods of time. So that is going to be something I add right before we are going to eat it. And I let it cook in there for, you know, 10, 15 minutes or so. And I'm only going to do, you know, a little amount at a time. So I will probably even not box this up, put some away in the fridge without the noodles in it, and then I would just make the noodles for the. I realize the orzo is a small pasta, but I don't like it when it gets gummy. Like I don't put egg noodles into a chicken noodle or anything like that or a turkey until we're ready to eat it, and then it's only for the amount we're, you know, basically about to partake of. So that's just my little tidbit of info for you. But anyway, I find soups comforting, and I think that's something, especially with the way the sky looks outside, is something I find, you know, first of all, cooking just eases, you know, something in me. So I do like to do things that are healthier. I mean, I would say the only thing that's not the greatest is the actual Italian sausage and the orzo, but the amount you're going to eat in this soup, and if you eat it with a salad or, you know, something healthier like that, you'll be good to go, or at least a healthier bread for your sandwich. So things of that nature you can do. But when I'm making something healthy that's good for my family and, you know, will make us feel our tummies full, but not be, you know, drowning in fried or anything like that. I think that's why I like cooking, especially on days when it's not so, like I'm not feeling emotionally like, I don't know. I love the sun, but I also find it too bright. So I guess he will never win. Nobody will ever win. Okay. I think we're in a good state. Again, it's going to sit in cooking some chicken broth in about 2 seconds here. So we're going to add the tomatoes with the juice. Okay. Oh my gosh, this smells so good, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, and then it's the seasoning packet, I called it. So now if I had used like the hot sausage, I might not add the red pepper flake, or I might add a little bit less, depending. You gotta have a little something. Clear the back of your throat out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Right? Okay. Oh my gosh, this looks so good, you guys. It's so colorful. I'm gonna take some pictures while I'm over here. I gotta learn how to move things around so y'all can see it better. Oh, I'm also supposed to add some salt and pepper at this point. Okay, and then we'll get to the zucchini in a minute. We're not gonna add that right away either. What was I coming over here for? To get my phone. I'll take a picture of it in a little bit. Okay. And then we need our chicken. Oh my gosh. It smells. I'm about to cry. It smells so good. All right. And the nice thing I like to use is this chicken bone broth from, yep, you guessed it, Aldi. It's also low sodium and it has 9 grams of protein. Love it. All right. I think we could probably turn this down. Oh my gosh. This smells wonderful. I think the next time I make it, I can even make it healthier by using turkey Italian sausage. I want to make sure, I think this is almost a whole box, but I want to make sure I'm at least getting the 4 cups in there that they want. So what do you guys do when you're in one of those, you know, funks? One of those. See how, like, rich it is? Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. When the weather is just playing with your mind a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty much 4 cups. You know? You're having one of those days. I'm not saying I'm depressed or anything, but I'm just like, bleh. I don't know if that's considered depression. If it is, so be it. Okay, let me pour this in. Oh my god. Then I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. So, yeah. It looks so good, you guys. I'm going to bring it over so I can show you what it looks like. Not sure you'll get the full effect now that I put the broth in there. There you go. There she is. Back it up. I don't want to spill it anywhere. Ah! Okay. Well, you get the gist, right? There she is. And then you can see it with a little less broth on it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to let this go for a while, but just probably kind of on low. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. Because we're putting pasta in here, so we're going to need a little bit of extra, you know, seasoning down the line there. So we got to remember that. Sorry, I'm sticking my arms in Okay, and then it called for 2 cups of fresh spinach, so I have 2 cups of um, oh my god, zucchini. Yeah, I drew a blank there. And we're supposed to bring the soup to a boil, but I think yeah, let me get that up to a boil. I'm glad I read the rest of the directions. I thought I was done. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the zucchini in there in a little while, not anytime soon where, you know, you're going to need to watch it. This is going to be so good. I don't want to, I was going to say I don't want to drink it yet. I don't want to sample it yet because it doesn't have everything in it. But once it comes up to a boil, I will give it a quick slurp so I can see seasoning-wise if it's close. Okay. So, like, what do you guys do when you're in this kind of weathery funk? Like, you don't feel horrible, but you're also like, look at it out there. Like, and then like 2 days ago was like a torrential downpour. And like, I just kept praying that we weren't going to get wet. Because it was coming in pretty sideways, and I was picking up the kids from school, and like an umbrella wouldn't have helped at all. So luckily it actually stopped raining quite a bit before pickup time. But there's got to be something that you guys are drawing from, or maybe you just pick a good movie and sit in front of the boob tube and watch, I don't know, your favorite movie and cry or laugh. Do you do retail therapy? Do you go out and shop? What do you do? What's your thought process? That's where I'm at right now. Now today it didn't rain, but it looks like it will. And everything is blown over in my backyard because of the wind that we've had for the last, I don't know, it feels like forever. But again, it's probably been a couple weeks on and off with a good solid ooh, I mean, I'm already starting to feel like it, you know. I don't know what the word is I want to use. Not thick enough. I suppose you can make this like a cream soup too if you wanted. If you wanted a little more creamy soup, I guess. So anyway, back to the rain and I'm also the type of person that if it is raining, I like to be at home under my heating blanket with a cup of coffee and a good book. So I think that also triggers some sense of like comfort and relief, and just something I don't take for granted. Like, I'm lucky that I'm able to do that, that I have some downtime to, you know, recuperate and give myself some care, and, you know, make myself come back stronger and more, what's the word? Energetic. So that's what I like to do. I hope that helps someone out there. But if you do have good suggestions, please put them in the comment section of this video. I do read all my comments. I don't think I've missed any. If I have, I apologize. I try to go back through and look at them all the time to make sure I'm communicating with each and every one of you that take the time out to, you know, pay me some nice compliments or give me some good ideas or make some suggestions. I love it. Keep them coming. If you have a critique, I'm all ready to listen because I just want to keep getting better and better. So with y'all's help, I am, you know, I'm ready to keep keep moving forward. So we are boiling now. All right. I think I'm going to turn it down now, and I'm just going to let it kind of do its thing. So I'm going to go all the way to low. I might even turn it off for a little while later on, just so I'm not, you know, killing it either. And then I think I will, I definitely will be sharing pictures and reviews from my family on whether they like the soup or not. And this is a healthy one, guys. I think I'm going forward with a couple healthier ones in the near future of snacks, like sweeter things that we can eat without, you know, getting in trouble calorie-wise or food-wise, depending on what it is. So I wanted to cover that for the next couple weeks so that I can do something really yummy and devious every once in a while. That's how it works. That's how balance works. That's what this channel is all about, balance. So I think, other than to tell you to follow me on Facebook at Kristen Haas, KristinHass. Can't talk, my tongue got in the way. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at The Best Blessed Life. And you can follow me on Twitter at The Best Blessed Life with the I in life replaced by a 1. Couldn't get the other one. So follow those, and I will share video and, well, I'll share pictures. And my opinions, things I would change, you know, that kind of stuff I'll do on there as well. I'm going to take a quick sample. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's really good. It's so flavorful with the Italian sausage. A little kick, but not too bad. Just a little bit on the back of the throat. I can't wait to put the pasta in the zucchini. So good. I would add probably a little bit of extra salt, but I'll wait till I put the pasta in. And the zucchini. Yeah, it'll need a little salt. I think other than that, I've covered everything, guys. I really appreciate you joining me today. I hope you had a great time. And with that being said, I hope you have a good day. Go do great things. Be your best self. And please live your best blessed life. Thanks for watching.